that is perfect for this time of year. You know, a lot of us have gardens at home, and the vegetables are doing fine. The problem has been the weeds. And getting on your hands and knees to do the weeding is back-breaking work. So if you have a mini tiller that can chomp through weeds, the process goes so much faster, so much easier, and there's just less struggle. Well, this is from Sun Joe. It's a completely cordless 24-volt ion battery system. So you don't have to worry about running a power cord or plugging in. And this thing has the power with those 20 steel tines to do some serious digging. I was impressed. I think you were too. It's sold out. The last time it was on the air, it's finally back in inventory at $124 and change. We have 3 easy pay payments of $41 and change. The whole thing is very lightweight, but it's got some beef. It's got some serious power to it, enabling you to be able to get those weeds taken care of quickly, simply, and easily. It's impressive. All right, I get to introduce you again to a buddy. He's broadcasting live from his own backyard. He is our Sun Joe representative. His name is Sean Pickford. Sean, you hate weeding as much as I do. This is the answer to all of that, isn't it?
Yeah, right now this year I'm the king of weeds. If you could sell thistle, I'd have a fortune with that. But this does such a great job at weeding. As you said, last time it was on the air, it sold out. You and I sold this in March, Dan.
Yep.
There was 12 inches of snow on the ground where I am
and it
right
sold
now.
out. Yeah.
So, yeah. So this really does a great job. It's got 10 steel tines on either side. It's got that 24 lithium-ion battery. And watch, when I press this button, those steel tines really do a job. They go to work. So I'm going to put it to work over here. I'm actually going to swap this one out for the one that I've been using now for over 3 years. Now watch. I'm just going to start. All right, see the weeds in there in my mulch bed? Look how fast this goes right in. It starts churning up the weeds. You get down into the root. If I need to dig a hole, all I simply do is turn it side to side. I mean, I'm already 6 inches deep into solid ground right there, but this does a great job at turning over the mulch, getting rid of the weeds, and it's nice and compact so that if I need to go back and forth and go between my tomato plants in that little truck garden you see behind me, I have my Roberta's tomato plants in there. So it's just a great way to be able to get in there, turn over the mulch, get rid of the weeds, plant your garden, and the 24-volt lithium-ion power really does a job because I'm no small boy, okay? And I can put all my weight on this guy and watch. You can hear it. Look how far down I'm digging. It doesn't stop. That's the power of that 24 volt. It just keeps churning and digging. So we've heard about the Georgia clay. No match for the Sun Joe 24 volt lithium-ion tiller. You can see it's doing a fantastic job right here. Go up a little closer, you can see. Wow. Look at this. Look how well it just goes and digs and keeps digging. And you can go back and forth or side to side, whatever it might be. This does all the work, and all I have to do is guide them. I mean, look at that. That's awesome.
That looks good. Sean, I want to tell people, just like in any box store or home center, getting items like this in have been difficult, and I'll tell you why. It's not necessarily the manufacturing of the unit itself, it's right here. This requires a microchip for this battery to operate, and the microchip has been the part that's been almost impossible to locate with global supply chain issues. So we've got less than 900 of them to go around. Sean, let me real quick tell a story how this unit paid for itself at my house. I get mulch every year, and we use a lot of mulch. We usually were getting 2 dump truck loads every spring. You know the size of the garden that's right at the very front of the road? That by itself was usually about 7 yards of mulch. And then with the barn and the outbuildings and all the planting that we do, I didn't buy a single piece of mulch this year, not one. What I did was I turned over last year's mulch by simply using this unit, and the mulch became new again. Because the darker mulch was still moist, was still brown, The sun-baked stuff on the top was a little rough, but all I did was turn it all over, and I wound up not having to buy mulch this year, and that saved me way more than $124. If you want one of these, I wouldn't wait on this. Last time that we showed this, Sean, it was March, and we had a foot of snow out there, and people were thinking about getting their gardens started. Well, now that we have gardens already started, now it's about getting in there and getting all the weeds up. Or I've got a couple dead spots of grass where the dogs do their business. You want to be able to turn those up before you plant new grass seed, and I don't want to have to do it by hand. Let this do the job.
It does a fantastic job, as you said, Dan. I mean, the mulch you're seeing right here in this flower bed, this is about 3 yards of mulch just in this thing. This is my third season with this same mulch. Why? Because I just get out this, I turn it on, and I turn it over. Look, as I'm turning it over, you see the darker mulch come to the surface. I can get right up next to the plant here without damaging the plant. So if I want to go in and get up closer to this guy over here, again, I can get right in up to the plant, but I don't have to worry about it. And you can see the power. I mean, you can see the trough. Watch. I'll just dig a little ditch right here. And even with the roots, the rocks, and everything, it's no match for this 10 steel tines per side. I mean, look at that loose soil that I just turned over there. Look at all that. I mean, and all I did was push the button and lean on it a little bit. All right? If you want to use it one-handed to turn over the mulch, it works great one-handed. But it really does a fantastic job with all your garden needs. And for me, it's all about getting on my hands and knees to weed. That's my kids. They absolutely hate it because we have flower beds all over the place here. And the longer your flower beds are out there, the more chances you have for weeds. But this just does a great job. And again, it's back and forth. You also know the runtime on your battery. That's what I really like about this guy. So that whole time, I used up one of the 3 bars. You get about 25 continuous minutes of use if you own any of our other Joe products. And you have a 24-volt battery. As long as it says 24V, I don't care what color it is, what size it is, this is going to work. Everything is interchangeable. We now have over 70 tools that use this battery. Why? Because it works.
So the same battery I've got on my Snow Joe snow thrower works on this tiller. And by the way, I've got a big gas-powered tiller. It's all steel. The thing rattles you like crazy. It's a pain to move from point A to point B. I haven't pulled that out of my barn in 2 years because this thing, even though it's lightweight, it does the job, and it does it without beating you up. We've got a little bit of animation that I want to show you that shows you, again, some of the different pieces of equipment that can run on that 24 volt. This is also all about torque, not speed, because speed would make this thing bounce on the ground. We have fewer than 800 of them that are remaining, and I hate to say it, I don't know that we'll get them back in again before fall, because we were surprised to get them back in here in May when they sold out in March. But that is our relationship with Sun Joe, and there really is a guy named Joe who started the company. This thing weighs in at 9 pounds. That is absolutely impressive.
Yeah, and there's some of the other tools. So if you have any of the other tools from us at Aqua Joe, Snow Joe, Sun Joe, this is going to work. Again, 9 pounds. That's all this is. When I'm done with this goes on a hook in my garage. So I hang it up. I know where it is. Again, mine is 3 years old now. You get a 3-year warranty with it. If I had an issue with this even in my 3rd year, Joe's going to take care of me. We were just up there on Tuesday of this week. So you should see some of the great tools we have coming your way. This is one of my favorites because I absolutely hate weeding. I love gardening. I love planting. It's great for planting bulbs, great for planting seeds. It's great for going in between things. So now that I have the little hosta right there, I can go right up next to the hosta. I don't have to worry about damaging it. Look, I can go right along the rock there. So wherever I'm working in my garden, this goes with me. Look at how well it does. It's just churning up those weeds. Right up to the edge of the grass, you want to do a little edging on your flower bed, you can do that as well. So it's got all the power, as you said. It's about the torque. It's not about the speed. I'm not throwing dirt all over the yard. I'm turning it over, even the most stubborn dirt. We haven't had rain here in 10 days. So this is like concrete that I'm working on.
Yeah,
you
we
saw
need
how
rain.
well and how powerful this works.
Yeah, we definitely need the rain. We have less than 700 of these units to go around at this particular point. Sean, do this. When you see Joe, tell him I said hello.
I will.
I've known Joe since he was maybe 19 years of age. I know his sister. I know his mom. That 3-year warranty, by the way, is not standard. It normally comes with 2, which is very impressive. But they add a 1-year warranty because you bought it here at QVC.
Correct.
Sean, thank you, my friend. Thank you so much for getting up early and helping us out. Take advantage of that easy pay. I wouldn't wait on these. Allie?
Hey, if you missed our 8 o'clock presentation of our today's special value,